So if you can see, we haven't used all the water yet because Grandma has to feel the dough and see how firm it is.
So you knead the dough after you mix it up?
Yes.
Is there a trick to not over knead the dough?
Oh, it'll be like that it holds together well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or something like that. Whatever word you want to use.
Now what happens if you add too much water?
Then I'm going to add a little bit of flour then if I have too much water.
Okay.
Now see, I'm not going to use that water because it feels good now.
It feels good? Let me feel it.
Wait, I have to do some more first.
Okay.
Clean my fingers off.
It's still kind of lumpy.
Oh yeah, well, it to be worked. See, this feels too soft. We need a little bit more flour.
Okay. It's still kind of sticky. I don't know. I've never felt pierogi dough before, so.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, David could continue kneading this
Okay.
until this is all incorporated.
Okay.
And that water, was it warm?
It was cold. Am I doing? How am I doing?
No.
No.
Now, when you're going to be kneading,
Uh-huh.
you're not going to use your fingers.
Okay.
You're using your palm of your hands.
Oh, I see.
Now, see, if it's a little bit sticky, like you get it on your hands,
Uh-huh.
put on a little bit more flour. This is the way I do it.
Mm. It's good exercise.
Like that? You can tell I've never kneaded dough before.
Oh, well, right naturally.
Yeah, it's starting to feel nice and smooth now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see now. Now, what I usually do after that is I take the dough and I set it aside to leave it rest for a while.
How long is a while?
At least half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yeah, because in the meantime, if you don't have your potatoes ready, you could be getting your potatoes
Okay.
going.
So it's probably a good idea to do the dough first and then the potatoes.
Either way.
Either way.
All right, we have the dough, and we're going to have it resting. And now we have to put the water on the stove. Okay, now I had 4 sections for the dough, so I took 1/4 of the section of the dough, and I'm going to start rolling it out to fill the pierogies up.
Okay.
And if you can, try to keep the dough in a square.
A square? Okay, so keep it even, length and width.
Yeah, it's still too thick.
Okay, so you have to roll it out pretty thin.
I can't roll with the handles. I don't put enough pressure.
You must have strong arms to do this, huh?
Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Now, a lot of people will take a cup or a glass and make circles. And to me, that's just a waste of my time because I have to play around with all that extra dough all the time.
So you just cut it into thirds, into fourths,
No,
thirds.
this is
How-
extras. I don't want to use
So how big are these? These are about 3 inches?
And that dough's a little bit thick too. Am I gonna make it? No, I can't do that in half because that would be too small. I usually try to get 9. 3, 6, 7, 8.
So are these perfect squares, or are they a little bit longer on
whatever,
one side?
however you want to make them.
Okay, well how do you usually do it? You do it in squares?
Yes,
Okay.
I will do the other.
So you take the balls and put them in the middle of the pierogies.
Comes the picture and me
Now.
and the water.
Pick it up, you take your hand and stretch it. Then I take my finger, put it underneath, and bring this one over. And I'm having a problem because I have carpal tunnel.
Oh, well, you want to call some
Wait,
assistance
I
in?
just want to show you.
Okay.
And you're going to pull the dough outward with your fingers, like that. Making sure you have no potato between the two pieces of dough. And then Grandpap is going to be sitting here.
There's a hole there.
Yeah, and I have to make sure that I squeeze it together or else the potatoes split. You really don't have to do this, but we just make sure that they're sealed.
Okay. And that's what makes it all cool looking.
There, the pierogies ready to be put into the water now.
And that's it. So what Grandma's doing now is she took the scraps that she cut off earlier and she's rolling them out to make 2 more pierogies. Because right now we have 8 pierogies already prepared to go into the water, but we need 2 more because we put them in 10 at a time. So Grandma's cutting the dough for
10 and 12.
10 to 12 pierogies in the water at a time.
Well, I'm only going to make you 10.
So we're going to get 2 more out of this batch of dough, and then we're going to get ready to put them in the water.
Now, with these pieces that I'm cutting off,
Okay.
I'm going to set them aside, and when we're through making the pierogies, I cut them like into little noodles, and then we cook them. And you could use them with plain butter or with
Cabbage.
cabbage or with onions.
Cabbage and noodles. Oh.
Yes. And then I just scoop these up and set them aside.
Okay.
Now here's the 2 more pierogies.
So we're going to pinch them.
Pinch them.
What's Patty and Grandma, David? They do a little better than watching.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's compare my ugly one with your beautiful one. Yeah.
Okay.
David,
You want to fork it?
then when I take them out of water, I have to have a dish. In case one broken, I put it in there. That's
Yeah.
it. That's 12 done?
Yeah, here, you want to finish the... You want to do the fork?
Okay.
All right, so now what are we doing?
The water is boiling, so we're adding the 10 potato pierogies. And once the water...
First thing, Red David, stir it so it doesn't stay on the bottom. It'll come up by itself.
Okay. So you got to stir it so they don't stick to the bottom. And how long do you cook these for?
But I'm gonna try 12 minutes?
8.
I don't know.
We're not going to cook them for 12 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Once the
8
water
minutes.
starts to boil,
Oh, so you wait for the water to boil,
Yeah, wait till the water boils and then put it on for 8
and
minutes.
then you set your timer. Okay. And we have here the onions that we cooked last night that we reheated so the butter is clear, and they'll be ready for dipping the pierogi. So we're going to wait for the water to boil and then set the timer for how many minutes?
8.
8 minutes.
So Grandpap has a skimmer. He's getting ready to take the pierogies out.
Get it out for me, Rob.
Okay.
It's done.
Where do they sell those contraptions?
Where did you get that at, Mom? That's
Hawaii.
strainer.
Hawaii. So you have to go.
You have to go
You all gotta go to Hawaii.
Well,
Before you make pierogies, you have to take a trip
you
to
have to go to
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
So here are the pierogies boiling away. So now they've floated up to the top.
Yeah.
I think that means they're almost ready to be
8
done.
minutes. About a couple minutes yet.
So the timer's still going.
That's what
The timer will be ringing out.
Grandpap said. When they started, when you put the pierogies in, they go to the bottom, and then when they come to the top, you start the boiling process. You time it at that point.
They set to the top, then set the timer.
Okay. All right. So you use the Hawaiian skimmer and put it into the strainer.
Yeah.
Okay, Patty, it's all yours now.
So after the pierogies have drained a little bit in the colander, I'm gonna take them, dip them in the butter onion sauce, and then transfer them to the pan.
All right. So this is the fruit of our labor. We have 3 pans, which is approximately 8 dozen?
8 to 9 dozen.
8 to 9 dozen pierogies. And Grandma and I are going to sit here at the table and we're going to eat them until they're all gone. Right?
Not me.
I am. No. So Grandma's going to tell us now about what she does after, how she prepares them for freezing.
Now, since we had more than one layer in the pan already, I took everything but the bottom layer out. I had here. Now, Dave is going to take the saran wrap and cover that bottom layer up. And the reason that we're doing that is when we put the second layer on, they won't be stuck to the first layer. And when you want to take them out, they'll just come off without any problems.
Okay, so now there's a lot of butter and onions at the bottom. What,
Yes, and whenever you're going to empty out the container, you're going to have the butter frozen on the bottom. You're not going to waste that butter. You're going to take that butter, spoon it out, and put it over the pierogies that you had taken from the pan.
okay. All right, so we have our first layer covered.
And now we're going to do the second layer, and I usually do it in reverse.
You have the pierogies going this way in the
Yeah.
first layer, so now you're having them go that way.
I don't think that we're going to get 3 rows on here, because you don't want to smash them up.
Okay. So do I just cover them up then?
Yes,
And you just put it in the freezer like this?
yes. Well, make sure that they're covered real good. You could put another layer on
Yeah.
to overlap the pan.
Okay.
So use 2 layers. Take 1/2 like this first so that you'll have something to go over the pan.
Now, one last question. We've frozen these and we're hungry and we want to eat 1 or 2 dozen. How do we reheat them?
Okay, you have 2 methods to reheat the pierogies. One, you can put them in a microwave. If you put them in a microwave, probably on a pie plate or some glass container, and take a piece of saran, put a teaspoon of water into the pierogies, and take the saran wrap and make sure you have a little section for a vent for the steam. And they have to be thawed out first. I forgot to say that. You have to thaw them out first before you cook them in the microwave or fry them. And you try 1 minute. And if it's not hot enough,
Do it some more.
apply more time to it.
Okay.
And to fry them, usually you really don't have to put any butter in the frying pan, because once you start cooking these pierogies, they have enough butter on them. And you only medium gas, say, and just do them slowly and till they're heated, and turn them to the other side. And if you want them nice and crispy, you cook them longer. If not, you make a shorter period of time.
Okay, well, Grandma, thank you very much.
And that concludes our lesson in making pierogies.
That concludes, yes, Cooking with Grandma.
Yay!
Tune in next episode for who knows what.
Julie and David will be making them at their home.
Oh, yes. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Who likes pierogies?
We like pierogies.
With sauerkraut and cheese. Now who likes pierogies?
We like pierogies.
With sauerkraut and cheese. They're so delicious, they're so